Hey guys, welcome back to the content that you're about to watch. Today, this is part two of people who got fired from social media. I've done Instagram already, so let's move on to Twitter. So let's just get right into it. All right, this right here is people got fired on tweet on businessinsider.com. So this is where it's tweeted. So, all right. Ooh, this is the tweet. It's from Houston Rockets. This is a horse emoji and a gun emoji. Shh, just close your eyes. It will all be over soon. Tweet that hinted the violence cost the Houston Rockets digital communication manager his job. All right. Chad Shanks, the digital communications manager of the Houston Rockets, got a little too excited as his team was about to close out a playoff series against state rival Dallas Mavericks. So we have Dallas and we have Houston, two of those teams, and a basketball team. Right? With the Rockets official Twitter account he tweeted on that tweet. Moments later, the Mavericks Twitter account responded at Houston Rockets, not very classic. We still wish you guys the best of luck in the next round. But that wasn't it. The Rockets soon apologized, saying the tweet wasn't very verbal. Then Shanks was soon fired from his position. I mean, that's not a very classy of the Rockets. Well, whoever tweeted this. It's not the teams, but well, it's to whoever tweeted this. No, because if when you become a digital communication manager, you control all this, social media, especially on Twitter. They could say whatever they want on it, but not realizing that was supposed to be from official. That sparks up a lot of comments, and that's not, yeah, that's not really a fun thing to, talk trash about somebody. Okay, yes, I heard of this one. Justine Sacco, a PR consultant who once had only 170 Twitter followers, became one of the most hated people on earth for a single tweet she thought was very funny. So she tweeted before heading to South Africa. She said, "Going to Africa, hope I don't get AIDS. Just kidding, I'm white." Oh my goodness. Why did she say that? And this is one of the tweets that I cannot stand with this, because there are some things you can say and you can't say. And one of them, this belongs to the ones you cannot say. So text writer Sam Bitter spotted a tweeted the 15,000 followers he had, and it was all downhill. And then thousands of people were outraged, and the hashtag has Justin landed yet started trending. And Sacco was fired from her position at IAC. And then she did an interview with British writer John Ronson where she said, "I thought there was no way that anyone could possibly think it was literal. People took literal things here. Everything you're about to say is literal. This is not like a satire. Thought you were joking, thought you're trolling. But if this is very serious to you, then we are all going to be like, this is funny. This is not a very funny thing." And no wonder why she fired. Sacks out to her. All right. Yeah, the crisis of social media strategy sent the wrong tweet from the wrong account. Ooh. Okay. All right. Scott Bartosiewicz was a social media strategist in charge of Chrysler's corporate account. So it's official. So one day, while stuck in traffic on the highway near Detroit, he decided to tweet what's on his mind. So he said, "I find it ironic that Detroit is known as the Motor City, yet no one here knows how to swear word drive." But the issue with that is, so the problem with that is he logged into the Chrysler's official Twitter account and not the personal account. So yeah, he got fired. They did not renew their contract with the firm. So a month later, he said it in an interview, "I poured all my heart and soul into that. It's unfortunate it's all being overshadowed by 140 characters. Yes, and whatever you're saying this, and someone's gonna have someone like him is going to badmouth his own city. Like, I don't want to badmouth my own city because they're probably going to hate me if I say anything negative about Buffalo." So yeah, that was supposed to be his personal Twitter and not into a Chrysler's official Twitter. But either way, if you are personal things, make sure you lock them. But this is a cardinal rule. A cardinal rule is if you ever say something, anything negative about the company or you're sending in a job, keep it in private or keep it away from your keyboard. Don't say anything about it because they will probably gonna find out over Twitter and it's gonna spread with a lot of followers or share that and they will probably find you, retweet it or something. Yes, Gilbert Gottfried. He's one of the funniest comedians you ever known. So yeah, Gilbert Gottfried was stand-up comedian behind the voice of the Affleck documentary. Remember all the commercials and he was saying Affleck, like Affleck, just like that. So he got fired by Affleck after a series of tasteless jokes about the tsunami that was hit Japan in 2011. Man, back in 2011, it's so tragic. Just like months before I came in here to the US, see earthquakes and tsunami in Japan. This is awful. So some of the jokes he said, Japan is really advanced. They don't go to the beach comes to them. And Japan called me. They said, maybe those jokes are a hit in the US, but over here, they're all singing. So he thought that his jokes were funny, but Affleck's not buying it because the insurance company does 75% of that business in Japan. 3/4 of that business, most of that company, is in Japan. And now he's gonna say anything negative about this tragic thing in Japan. Well, got fired that one. That really took him a turn, bad turn. Well, unfortunately, is Gil Guthrie that? Yeah, I think yes. But I think Gil Guthrie died this year, so yeah. April 12th. Oof, wow, 2 months. That was 2 months that he passed away. But so yeah, rest in peace. Well, rest in peace, Gil Guthrie. We will all be missed by your jokes, especially the ones that are not funny. Okay, CNN senior editor lost her job for showing respect to the wrong leader, calling into the very wrong leader. Ooh, okay. CNN senior editor Octavian Nasser lost her job after praising Hezbollah spiritual leader Grand Ayatollah Mohammed Hussein Fadallah on Twitter. Her tweet was deemed offensive because Fadallah's linked to the deaths of 260 Americans as well. If he respected to Fadallah, you're respecting to the killer. He's responsible to killing 260 Americans. That's bad. She tweeted, sad to hear passing of Sayyid Muhammad Hassan Fadallah, one of Hezbollah's giants I respected a lot. But then she later explained that her tweet was an error of judgment and Bishop was out of his position on women's rights. But yep, CNN decided to fire her, risking that credibility has been compromised with that. Yeah, calling someone the wrong leader definitely makes you fired because the leader that she's referring to was the killer. He's wanted to kill 216 Americans. So that's very offensive when someone's doing that. So whatever you saying anything on that Twitter, this is really awful. Don't do this. Critical journalist just a little went too far. Okay, what does he do? Nir Ronson, a journalist who covered the Iraq War, was fellow at the NYU Center on Law and Security when they decided to send out a tweet that didn't bode well with the rest of the airmen. So he said, Lara Logan had to outdo Anderson. Where was her buddying by Crystal? So Logan's, the person who reports have been sexually assaulted while covering Hosni's mobile vaccination in Egypt. So Rosenstein was referring to Anderson Cooper. Hudson reportedly been hit in the head multiple times while covering the same event in the Egypt. And he doesn't stop there. He went to call her a warmonger. And she was probably broke like thousands of other women. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Too far, too far. No, don't say this stuff like this on Twitter. Don't say this particular stuff here because that's wrong. So after that little rant, he apologized and he resigned from his position. So yeah, and people are so outraged by whatever he's saying because the thing is too far. So he did apologize and resign. He was resigned. So he quit his job. Ugh, good. That's what happens when you probably say something negative about that. Don't do it. Don't do anything that's so. Hmm. All right. This one has so many wrong assumptions. Okay. The Australian comedian Cathie Deputy was fired as columnist for the Australian paper The Age, following Tastes joke suggesting the crocodile hunter Steve Irwin's daughter needed to get laid. So what he tweeted is, "I so do hope Bindi Irwin gets laid." Hashtag anonymous. Whoa! Wow! 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 So the Age fired her. So, and with the statement says, "We are appreciative of the columns Cathie has written for the Age over several years, but the views she has expressed recently on Twitter are not in keeping with the standards we set at the Age." So he didn't take nicely and declined to apologize, saying her he was deeply subjected. Yeah, if you refuse to apologize, then that's not funny at all. You're canceled. You're making fun of joke with the underage person. Well, Bindi Irwin, I mean, look at Bindi Irwin for a second. Because right now, Bindi Irwin is, this was 11 years old at the time when she tweeted this. Bindi Irwin is now 20, yeah, she's 23 years old. And she has her husband now, Chandler Powell. All right, that's great. And oh yeah, they have a kid too. Forgot. Grace. Yeah, Grace is their name. So I watched Bindi from one of the movies called Free Willy, Escape from the Pasco. I remembered this because I watched that particular movie when Bindi Irwin as a little kid, and now she's 23 years old. Well, all close to what my age is. So yeah, whatever the comedian here, Devaney about this, that's definitely not funny. So it is not funny in any other way about underage though. No way. Oh boy. Okay. A Glee extra was canned for tweeting a spoiler scene. Oof. Okay, Nicole Crawford was an extra for the TV musical Glee when she tweeted K is P-O and K-A is P-K. So her tweet was in clear reference to Prom King and Prom Queen in the upcoming episode of the show. So the producer, Brad Bobchuk, tweeted her back, "Who are you to spoil something talented people had spent months to create? Hope you're qualified to do something besides work and entertainment." Oh boy, wow. So she got fired. She was fired from the show and even final tweet with the hate messages like, "They're not doing reshoots because of my careless mistake to shop haters." Sorry, "They're not doing reshoots because of my careless mistake. So shop haters and leave me alone. Grow up, get a life." No, you grow up and get a life because you're spoiling the stuff. Don't give us any clues like that because you're ruining what we're watching. There's some fans saw this tweet, they're going to be mad. They're going to be angry about this. I was like, no, don't say anything that is spoiler. That's going to ruin Glee's fans right now because they want to keep it like suspense. They want to keep them questioning and don't give it away because they now know what's gonna be. Yeah, never spoil anything. So yeah, it's better for you to grow up and get a life because you probably need one. All right, this 17 got fired from pizza job before she even started. Oh my goodness, you were just starting a new job. I love this. Let me get fired before they start. Okay, a text named Cella or Chella tweeting in February. "Ew, I start this freaking job tomorrow." Before starting her new job, pizza joint called Jet. So her Richard boss discovered her tweet and fired her on the spot. Hero. And nope, you don't start that FA job today. I just fired you. Good luck with your no money and no job life. If you ever said anything negative about tweet, even if you went in to start a new job, they will probably find out and fire you. Okay, it's the cardinal rule. It's rule number one, but this is a cardinal rule. That rule that you never supposed to never break. What happens to the cardinal rule? It will have consequences. So don't break the cardinal rule. Otherwise, this happens. You're probably gonna have no money with your FA attitude. Just gonna get her back with that one, with that little joke on me. Let's move on. All right, sportcaster shared his true feelings about same-sex marriage and lost his job. All right, Damien Gutter was a sportscaster in Toronto when he tweeted out his true feelings about the same-sex marriage. I completely and wholeheartedly support Todd Reynolds and support for the traditional and true meaning of marriage. His tweet was in response to Todd Reynolds, the hockey agent who criticized the New York Rangers' Sean Avery for publicly supporting the cause. Soon's employer, Sportsnet Fired with the following: Mr. Gutter was freelance contract, and in recent weeks it become clear that he's not the right fit for our organization. Because there is something wrong. Is something wrong with that show. Whatever the show had, I don't think they're supported for marriage. But if Gutter support support the same-sex marriage, I do support it as well because I'm support LGBT community. But this sports show here, because I won't be watching that show, that cost him a job. I don't know why got fired for that. This is, yeah, I think this is wrong in some ways. This is a different thing here. That's wrong. A former baseball got canned after a race. Oh, shoot, jeez. All right, let's read this whole. This is the packets and packets in this whole thing. Okay. Mike Baksick is a former professional baseball player, most famous for giving up Barry Bonds' historic 756th home run. But that's also known for losing his radio job over some racially insensitive tweets. Back in 2008, tweeted, "Congrats to all the dirty Mexicans in San Antonio," talking the Spurs with over his hometown team, Dallas Mavericks. Bass was initially suspended indefinitely by the radio station that had hired him. He soon was canned from his position. He later apologized, saying, "It's not a good joke. When you tweet like that, it's not a playful harmless thing. It's not what it was meant to be." Yeah, because you probably say anything negative about Mexican. Do you think Mexicans are that dirty? Because you're probably assuming something else there. And he thinks this is harmless. Dude, we're living in a sensitive world here. We can hear what you're about to say, and that really offends me a lot. Or I could probably make myself probably make someone joke about that and just kept going. It just keeps going. It just keeps happening when someone makes this little joke about other people. So yeah, he got canned from the team, and that's a no good for him. Well, sorry. He was a former baseball player, and now his job is in the radio station, but he got fired because of that tweet. Oh, okay. Don't make political jokes in public. Okay, all right. An MSNBC staff member responsible for its official Twitter account was fired after an indiscretion about the right-wing conservatives caused a swarm of outrage. So the tweet read, "Maybe the right wing will hate it, but everyone else go, aw." The adorable new hashtag cheers added with biracial fans. So yeah, the suggested conservatives would hate seeing that biracial family appear in Cheers new commercial. So soon, the Republican National Committee urged viewers to boycott MSNBC while demanding an apology from the network. So later, the executive editor Richard Wolff issued an apology, and that two was and the person responsible for the tweet was fired. Oh my goodness! This one tweet that talks about Oreos and you hate is a very bad thing to do, and you would hate to see this biracial family. Well, people who has two races there, lives in two races, appear in this new commercial. So unfortunately, the Republican people, oh my goodness. So the Republican wants to boycott MSNBC for this stupid tweet, and they want an apology for that. So Richard will issue that apologize saying sorry, and then that tweet that delete, and then whoever is responsible for that, which is the staff member from MSNBC who work on channel, the network, yeah, that person was fired for saying anything negative about the right-wing conservatives. That's gonna outrage the Republicans. Yikes. Whew, Cisco Fired got busted for saying bad things about a potential employer. Again, same thing in negative about stuff is bad. Okay. In 2009, 20-year-old Connor Riley had been offered a job at Cisco when she sent out this innocent tweet that was meant to be sarcastic. So she said, Cisco just offered me a job, now I have to wait the utility of a fatty paycheck against the daily commute to San Jose and hating the work. But the Cisco employee named Tim Levat saw that tweet and replied, who is the hiring manager? I'm sure they would love to know that you will hate the work. We here at Cisco are first in web. So this looks changed, but it blew up on the internet and earning her the nickname Cisco Fatty. So to be clear, yeah, well, she didn't get fired, but she ended up taking that job. Explain that tweet was actually made after she turned on the offer. So everybody's calling up with all that, and she said anything hating about no at Cisco, and then someone tweeted back. Now they call it a Cisco fatty. Yep, they're calling her out. So yeah, she didn't get fired though. She decided to turn down the job. She doesn't want to take that offer. So that means, yeah, she because of this outraging this tweet on the internet, on the Twitter. So yeah, yep, she will always be our Cisco fatty. Stop fat shaming. Okay, I'm not fat shaming anybody, so don't put hate on this channel. It's awful. All right. Oh, that's it. That's pretty much everything. Okay. Thank you guys for watching this part 2. But part 3 is coming up next. So we've done Facebook, we've done Instagram, we've done Twitter. Part 3 is Facebook. So we got a lot of things now. People got fired on Facebook. So seen a lot of those. Oh yeah, that's enough for me. Goodbye.